Oh, there we go. Perfect. Sick of all this baddest man, in quotes, baddest man on the planet BS. I'll fight for any title and any weight the UFC wants to make BS WWF fights with these guys that fight like shit and put on act. DC would look way worse than I do in this pick if he fought Anderson the way I did. But instead he decided to wrestle fuck him for 5 rounds in front of his whole life and still almost got finished off in the last round with Silva only having 2 or 3 weeks on notice. Dana White should give me this fight instead of Dick Chest Brock Lesnar, cheating ass. Hashtag don't be scared, homie. Nothing personal. I love DC, but I don't like what he does, considerably embarrassing for him and the sport. I started doing MMA because it's not WWF. I never put on a BS act in my life. I'm sure fans would like to see a real fight at Nick_Diaz_Academy. I'd watch Nick Diaz fight DC. Be a big fight. Yeah, I mean, listen, real fighters like the Diaz brothers hate this shit. They hate this stuff. Yeah. They cannot stand this stuff. That's why people love them, man. You know, there's only a few Cowboys left in this game.
What an interesting turn of events for DC Cormier, man. Everybody's calling him out. And you know, this is the most interesting one. I don't know if you all know this, but DC has beaten quite a few legends. And one of those legends is Anderson Silva. I feel the reason why Nick Diaz is calling out DC is because they have something in common. They have an opponent in common. So in his mind, he could technically somehow fight DC at some sort of catch weight, in which he gains weight and DC probably loses a bit of weight, and so on and so forth, right? Shout out to Below the Belt, shout out to Chin, shout out to Brendan Schaub, huge fan. Please subscribe. While you're subscribing, please subscribe to my channel too, man. Nick Diaz is calling out DC. DC the heavyweight. DC the light heavyweight. DC the champ. And I think he's doing this because they have an opponent or former opponent in common in the name of, Anderson Silva. Really smart strategy by Nick Diaz. Here's the problem. I don't think that's going to work. I'm down to see it too. You know, I'm not the only one, but I'm not excited for that. I expect DC to win simply because of DC's wrestling pedigree and the fact that DC has been fighting at a much heavier weight class than Nick Diaz. And I don't think Nick really understands that that weight really counts. And never mind that, I don't believe that Nick Diaz beat Anderson Silva, did he? So, Daniel Cormier did beat Anderson Silva. So, I still don't understand the correlation there, but it makes for great pay-per-view numbers. It makes for a superstar comeback for Nick Diaz, despite win or loss. I mean, Nick Diaz would be facing the champ, one of the all-time greats. Anderson Silva didn't win 2 belts in 2 weight classes, did he? You could argue that Daniel Cormier is an even bigger great, no pun intended, than Anderson himself. That's an argument, people. I think people should really consider that argument. If you don't want to, I give you this. Daniel Cormier faced Bigfoot Silva when Bigfoot Silva was on TRT, possible steroids. When Bigfoot Silva was really Bigfoot Silva. Just a thought for everybody to think about. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I am out.
And I peep you, and I lost respect for you when you say you about this culture and this music, because you ain't. The day you feel you can question me, being where you're from, Chevy Chase, Maryland, graduated in 98, you ain't got no word in this city. It's my city. Any of you radio personalities think you want smoke? Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke. You know why? Because you don't work hard as me, bro. You're a sidekick in this city. Sidekick in the morning, sidekick on your own show. On Complex, you look like a sidekick. Tell Complex to cut me a check tomorrow, because I made you mad tonight. I'm going to get you some numbers that show it's trash on Complex. You're about the culture, but you bring up that ding-dong chick to interview. Who you think, we stupid? You think I'm stupid?